my gosh. Over the next few days, you continue to help out the mystery shack. Not out of obligation, but because you have nothing better to do. Besides, Sue's practically golden retrieval of people is really digging the input on the current installments from the outsider's perspective. Bless his soul, the guy even offered you a job if you end up stranded here forever, dude. And you need to make a life for yourself. Stanley chokes in his ice box as he got hurt. I have a feeling he might have a crush on me. Great. Thinking about it now, the relationships between Sue and Stan is unexpected. If not a little odd, remake yourself now, and no matter how many times Stan may roll his eyes as he does it, he'll always help Sue get something done right. Oh, okay, yeah, this is a whole different scene. Okay. Sheldon dressed, you go outside as per usual, but you don't see anyone. After a few minutes, you search, you find Stan standing with his back to you on the exit rooms, admiring the weird and wonderful animal amalgamates he's collected from the tourist trap, hand on chin in thought. Hello. Am I interrupting something important between you and the goose turkey? Stan turns and sound of your voice, smiling. Nope. You need something? You have any plans tonight? He mulls over your question for a few moments, giving you a setting, looking up and down. I've got a couple errands to do. Why, you want to tag along? Sure sounds like fun. Only if you need a parking crime. Depends on what kind of errands you got in mind. Actually, I'm going to see what Ford's up to today. Sure sounds like fun. Alright, I'll hang out in a couple hours. Meet you out front. Okay. Couple hours, but no buts, Caspian. You can't rush the stuff, trust me. Okay, sure. No, I'm just at all Stan. Yeah, meet me outside front if you think you can handle it. He goes to turn and stops for a second and turns back. Oh, and where's black? Something you don't mind getting dirty. Are we going to rob something? What are we doing? And before you can ask why, he's gone in the depths of the shack. Brilliant. A couple hours turns into a handful. She passed by watching the TV with Mabel and Dipper are dozing off. You have no idea what kind of satellite they get out here, but the shows are now are some of the most bizarre programming you've ever seen. Once you've had enough of waiting, you change into your darkest clothes and sit out onto the front steps of the shack, waiting for the sun to start to pink past the trees. It's cloudy and unusually warm for this time of day, but it's nice breeze out. It's strange these errands need to happen so late in the day, considering the things you've gathered around this criminal past. However, maybe this typical weekday night for Stan. No, we're definitely going to rob something. The screen door creaks open and Stan dressed in all black just like you are, with a lumpy duffel bag under one arm and briefcase on the other hand. We're robbing things, I think! As he's about to speak, a sudden gust of wind comes along and ruffles his hair, and he smooths it down irritably before regaining his cool and nodding at you. Ready? Ready. You slide into the passenger seat as Stan settles into the driver's seat. It takes a couple tries to start, but the engine's chugging away by the time you've got your seatbelt on. The radio sounds so lively engine does, splitting out a generic sound of rock music into the leather-scented air of the car's interior. After a moment spent adjusting mirrors and filling with notes, Stan slots the gear shift into drive and pulls out of the mystery shack's lot and down the road into town. Oh my god! Look at, oh my god, that's so cool! The radio's on, the Stan taps his finger on the steering wheel and he beats the music while he drives. So I take we're not making quick trip for milk and eggs. He laughs and glances over at you. Nope. Then where are we going? Okay. First up is see a buddy of mine, a hunter. I got all my taxidermy supplies from him. So that's where you get your parts from. Yeah. Well, I just figured you found them from a local farm or something. And do business with those hippies? Not a chance. Well, I really enjoyed making the showpiece with you the other day. I had no idea you were so creative. You can't still of you were poorly hidden surprise, turning almost immediately back to the road and shrugging. It's just gluing stuff together, really. That's one way to talk about it. Not really, it takes a lot of skill. You're really good for it. He turns to you again and his cheeks go a little pink when he sees the smile you're giving him. Well, thanks. He's blushing, chat. After a moment, he faces the road again. Now he's tapping to rhythm the song with more enthusiasm and even humming the chorus of he drives. Do you have any other hobbies? He rolls his shoulders back in a shrug, his head tilting off a bit towards the window. These days I spend most of my time out on the boat with Ford, hunting monsters, discovering things. He pauses, watching the road with expression. I used the T-box. The T-box. It shows? Really? Oh, T-box! Oh, yeah, I used the T-box. I read that wrong. It shows. He looks at you again, grinning. That's amazing. I wish I'd grown up doing something like that. I wouldn't mind showing you a few things if you wanted. I'd like that. After 20 minutes of real steering, Sam pulls off the road into a long gravel driveway that disappears into the woods. Is this the place? Stan nods and rounds a turn to reveal a clearing populated by trailer home and a couple of sheds. The trailer is a bit run down and shabby, and one of the sheds looks like it's about one strong sneeze from collapsing. Not really the place you want to be at night, along with a guy that practically just met. Be honest, did you bring here to murder me? Stan laughs, cutting his engine and resting his arm on the back of the front seat. Unfortunately, you figured it out, so now I definitely gotta kill you. I'm just kidding, kid, relax. He moves to get out of the car and turns back with a creepy blank expression on his face. Or am I? He chuckles nervously and he laughs again, pushing the door open. Seriously, I'm kidding, won't be long. At the door of the trailer, Stan knocks, and the door pushes to a dark interior before he walks inside. The door shuts behind him. You give the yard a few curious glances before realizing that the weird pile of sticks you've been looking on is actually bones. You quickly pull out your phone to look at it, to look out instead. Oh god! 10 minutes later, and Stan's back, carrying a large cardboard box in both hands. You see him fumble with the hand in the rear left of the door the moment you reach out the black seat and pop it out open for him. With a quick peek in the box, it reveals a few various shades of furry somethings and animal skull you don't recognize. This doesn't seem like something worth busting out your darkest studs for. You won't by any chance robbing a bank, are you? Because I would have brought gloves. Stan laughs. No, nothing like that. He starts the car up again, and you're back on the road. Somehow, I'm not quite convinced. Well, who knows what the night's gonna take us. Could be legal, could be not. That's the problem. Christine by July, I need a new watch. Ha! You're a riot, kid. Stan takes a highway and the final minutes of sunset between orange and purple ahead of you, while a welcome sign for Gravity Falls disappears into the rearview mirror. A new song comes on the radio, something Brian bounces the lyrics about love, and his fingers get back to tapping. I kind of hoped it was a Blanching song. That would have been awesome. In the retreating light, you can see the few faded patches of the rim of the steering wheel, the colour worn away from decades worth of his touch. The passenger seat you're sitting in hasn't yet taken the shape of some specific. Even after all the time, the springs still feel like brand new. Meanwhile, the driver's side of the car stands settled easily in the seat, which fits him as well as finely tailored jacket. You tuck your leg under its mitt, leaning back in the dark leather. Fuck's sake! You tuck your leg under its mitt, leaning back into the dark leather that defills interior, on which cars pass to recede and out of the windshield. That makes more sense. After a few minutes, a music breaks silence. You feel like breaking it. Tell a joke, ask about him, ask about his car. He seems into his car. Oh, the Stanmobile here. Stan pats the dashboard affectionately, rubbing his hand all over the leather interior. I've had her since high school. Nice ride, isn't she? Surprised that old rust brick like this hasn't lasted so long. They don't really make them like they used to, do they? Nope, they sure don't. Ask about him. You're from Oregon originally? Nah. I'm from out East Jersey. A little town called Glassshard Beach. Ah yes, name your town after something dangerous that'll bring tourists in. You'd be surprised. What is it like? He shrugs. Well, why move out here? That's a long story. His voice is quiet. He watches the road ahead and turns focus, but an expression doesn't last long before he brightens a smile over to you. You don't want to hear it anyways. A few minutes. Okay, tell a joke. My chick gives her $2. My friends are my granddad's a hard line. My friends are around great boss. Thank God to be double checking that this is a setup to be a joke. I don't know why. Because people are dying to get in. Stan laughs. Ah, that's pretty good. He thinks for a minute, presumably to come up with a joke for some. Alright, I'll blow us into a bank in New York City. Oh, this is going to be one of the awful blonde, so dumb jokes, is it? He loves a wimpy look onto you. Can I tell the joke? I don't know, can you? You give me your lower lip caught between your teeth, clearly joking, and he chuckles. Anyways, Blonde goes to the bank in New York. She goes to the bank manager and she says, I'd like to take out a loan for $5,000. I'm taking a vacation overseas. A car passes on the highway going 20 over the speed limit. Son swears and then sniffles it. Yeesh, night drivers. So, the bank manager goes, well, miss, do you have a collateral? We need collateral for that kind of loan. And she nods and says she does. She takes the bank manager to the parking lot. And when she got a $50,000 Ferrari waiting, and she says, this is my car. You can hold on to it until I pay my loan. Stan continues listening over to you as she tries to suppress a smile. The bank manager's confused, but he figures the lady doesn't pay. He's gonna have the nice new Ferrari in his garage, so he agrees. The sign for exit ahead points on the right to the text saying County Road 32A, and Stan takes off into the highway. So he gives the blonde hair 5 G's. She hands him the keys to his car and she heads off to Europe. A month later, she shows back in the bank for 5 G's in interest for the loan, which figures out to be $15. Stan continues to turn down the unlit gravel road, the headlights casting its big shadows through the trees. The bank manager takes the payment for the loan, and interest has one of his employees bring the car out of the bank from the bank front blonde. Out ahead on the road, a deer turns to face the car and leaps across the road, disappearing into the woods. Just before she leaves, the bank manager stops and and says, Lady, I'm really confused here. You clearly loaned enough to afford this car, and you paid back the loan, and then some. Why take out a loan if you're so rich? A lady turns to her and runs a hand through her hair and says, where else can I park my car in New York for 2 weeks? Or only $15. That's funny. That is actually quite funny. You burst into wild laughter, he laughs along with you. Alright, I'll take it back. That was the best one joke I've ever heard in my life. Oh. Okay, just as you finish speaking, Sam pulls off the side of the road and the engine dies. As you step out the car, the unearthly silence of the woods envelops the two of you. Out in the woods ahead, you see a single bright light. Is this the place? Just about. You're falling back towards his trunk, which which opens quietly and slowly, frowning as it squeaks. What are we doing here? You might not guess looking at me, but I got a thing. What? The two stare at each other for a moment. He looks a little nervous. For art. Seriously? Oh, is that all? That's pretty cool. Really, I do too. Not to be fair, I do. He brightens a smiling dim haze of the trunk light. Well, this jump up the hill has been the only honest. Not even going to attention to say that. Snuck it from right under me in an auction. I've been trying to buy it off him for years, but the jerk won't sell no matter how much I offer him. And trust me, you meet this guy, you know he's out to spite it. And so we're stealing it. You got it, kid. I knew we were stealing things! I don't know why. I don't know how I'm okay with this, actually. Well, you did try buy it first. Frankly, I'm surprised you haven't done this sooner. Stan laughs quietly, fishing around the duff bag for you don't know what. Wait till you see. It's a masterpiece. I've been waiting 6 months for him to go out of town. Here, take these. Pulls a pair of gloves from the bag, handing them to you. When you slide them on, you'll fit almost perfectly. And guess your size, right? You nod, wiggling your fingers. Oh. Stan chuckles while a pair of them on. A set of black leather driving gloves, silver snap closures, and a glint of light from his trunk. You ready, kid? I sure am. As I'll ever be. Stealing things. I try not to get caught. Stan tucks a few things in the pockets of jackets that you can't see in the low light. And with the trunk shut as quietly as open, and you follow him up into the woods towards a distant light. As you near it, a porch takes shape within the light's glow. Behind it, the dark shape of a house sits in even darker woods. Stan leads you past the front porch and around the corner of the house to a set of stairs that appear to lead into a basement. Ah, this is my favourite part. He draws a small black shape from his pocket, something that looks like to might be a pen. The pen-shaped thing turns into be a small flashlight. He holds it in his teeth and opens a black case to reveal a set of pick-locking tools. You're a lucky person, kid. You get to see the artist in action. Sweet. Gets to work inserting one tool and wiggling it into the bottom of the keyhole, and then pulling out another and poking it in with the lock of it. You glance around the darkness as he works, half expecting to get caught before you get anywhere. Then the lock clicks, and Stan stands. That's a hard word. Stan stands. It's because I'm fucking British and I can't pronounce things properly. That's hilarious. Opening door for you with a flourish. That was a lot quicker. That was so cool. That was a lot quicker than I expected. What was it? Was that it? That was so cool. He beams with pride and you smile politely as you step through the door in front of him. The basement is unlit. It smells like dust and mildew. The air is sour with wet dirt and mold. Stan moves past you in the dark with his little pen flashlight still lit. He leads you through a cobwebby laundry room and towards a door across the bottom of a set of rickety wooden stairs. Wait till you see this, kids. He picks the lock on the door just as quickly as he picked the last. The door creaks open into the dark room with odd flooring barely lit by Stan's flashlight. Stan goes first, and you follow him. As he hits the lights, revealing a beautifully designed gallery with plush scarlet carpets and winning wood puddles full of paintings of sad clowns. Stan looks more excited than you've ever seen yet. His arms crossed over his chest with a warm smile on his face. Can you believe that hillbilly chump has a collection like this? You shake your head slowly, still looking around the room with wide eyes. Someday all these are going to be mine. Come on, I'll show you the one we're going here to get. You follow him back into the room. He stops in front of a large painting of a clown with bright red lips and blue circles on his cheek. His eyes outlined with comically large eyelashes painted out on his eyelids. His neck rough drops sadly. His costume is dingy and worn. What do you think? This is beautiful. You really like this kind of thing? No kidding. Stan's voice is an edge with hope. They're beautifully done. It's nice to meet somebody who really appreciates these like I do. It's excellent, especially as an art piece. It's just plain excellent. Okay, well, why not? This is a masterpiece. The way your artist captures its plane, the way framing looks small and pitiful, even though it takes on most of the canvas. The juxtaposition of the inherent joy of clowning and anguish that melancholy feels what makes the kind of painting really special. Well, let's get this thing off the wall and out here. As he works to get the cauldron down the wall, you wander into the room looking at the other paintings. You look over a portrait of a mime, with dirt on his white and black striped shirt. You suddenly grabbed by your shoulders. Boo! Ah! What the fuck was that? You scream, eyes shutting. You scream, eyes shut in fear as you throw a weak cry up and source of noise, making unimpressive contact with something solid and muscular. After a moment's time, you squeeze whatever of the fingers into your hands with open eyes, finding Stan. Ha! Was that supposed to hurt me? Stan's arm and shoulder. Boy, he's really packing heat there. Wow. Fucking hell. He laughs, apparently very pleased with himself to scare the absolute life out of you. You know those boxing tips more reliable for. You can't send yourself a reply with moves like that. You laugh shakily and you realise you're still feeling up Stan's arm. Sorry about that. You pull your hands away a bit too fast and he chuckles, pushing all the way up to his ears. No problem, kid. We're getting into the fucking love box. Yippee! He clears his throat, the silence between you begins and grows awkward before it's interrupted. Upstairs. Oh no! We're fucked! Upstairs is what's supposed to be an empty house. You hear footsteps crossing towards you in the basement. Stan appears to hear them too. A sudden series of expressions across his face is shock and confusion to terror, and finally, setting indignation. He quickly takes you on, whispering harshly in your ear, and drags you towards the entrance in the clown room. As soon as he comes in, shut the door and shut these boxes in front. You nod and just a line of light from the top of the stairs, blooming the wild swath. You and Stan duck behind the wall near the door to freedom. One corner of the stone painting poking you uncomfortably in the ribs. Who's down there? Slippery feet come down to the wooden steps ahead of you, and when the owner notices the lights on, he notices something very long and gun-shaped in front of him. Oh god, he's got a gun! Pines, is that you? I swear to god, I'm really gonna shoot you this time. Gun-shaped. Gun-shaped. Gun? Gun! Stan nudges you, driving from towards the door leaning outside. The jerks his head, nudges towards it. Oh my gosh. You take a step out of the wall and take Stan's hand in your arm, pulling into a jog and then run. And the two of you scramble up the concrete steps into the cool night air as a voice shouts and swears behind you. Stan kicks the door shut on his way out and there's a startled yell behind it as you make contact with the owner of the house. There's more swearing, but you lose it behind as you run. Flashlight in one hand and Stan's hand in the other. Oh. You reach the tree line, part of you maneuver your way through the bushes and brambles, Stan crashing through them behind you. As you run, deafening gunshots go off behind you. You realize you're being chased. Holy smokes, run for it, Caspian. Oh my god, I'm going to die. The noises get louder, close enough for you to hear the pursuer swearing continuously and loud. You saw a bit, flashing your light behind you, raising a beam and find a distant but visibly enraged face of a man with a rifle in his hands. As he appears, you fling the flashlight in the direction of the angry man and take off running again. After the moment, man cries out, the sound of the pursuit fade and one final cry. Damn you, Pines! Stan cackles. Sounds like you hit him. You reach the Stanmobile, sliding into the passenger seat as Stan slips his new Klongen into the back seat before joining you in front. Both of you panting and huffing. Stan hurriedly starts the engine and pulls off. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. Fucking hell. On the next drive, he does 3 fast 3-point turns you've ever seen in your life, and then peels off down the gravel road and screeches out in the highway. Stands quiet for a second before letting loose the wind triumphant laughter. I thought I was gonna catch me that time for sure. Did the man just shoot at us? Stan nods, chuckling, and apparently pretty pleased he didn't get hit. My heart's going. That's not a long sigh. His white knuckled hand at 10 and 2 at the steering wheel. Yeah, that was holy. Are you okay, Caspian? A little shaky but I'm good. I'll let you know when I find out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head back now. That was a lot. Okay. Yeah, a little shaky but I'm good. He pulls into the highway, back in the direction he came from. He lapses into a comfortable silence. After a while, he starts humming along the radio and knowing the song this time you hung along with him. Grand Falls welcome sign passes again. By the route Stan's taking, he doesn't seem to lead back to the shack. Instead, he comes to stop outside Rose and Rosa used car, a car dealership. Why are we at a car dealership? Stan slides out of the car, withdrawing something from the pocket with the breast of his jacket. Once you get out around the large front bumper, you can see there's a cigar. You mind if I smoke? No, go ahead. Thanks, I don't mind smoking around I don't like smoking around kids, you know. It's already bad enough influence. He shook himself withdraws a pack of matches with pockets. His face is bathed in a light of flame. From your place a ways down the road, Stan surveys the lot, eyes sweeping back and forth until they land on what looks to be a fuse box under the dark overhang of the roof on the far side of the dealership. What are we getting? A new drive belt, some spark plugs, a few other things I can't remember the name of and aren't worth explaining. It won't take all right though, right? He shakes his head, taking the wrong drag from the cigar, smoke rolling off his lips into the night. You lean back and get to the front bumper of the car next to him and stuff your hands into your pockets. There isn't much light pollution around here. The stars are bright and numerous above. Provided your car gets fixed up, this might not turn out to be such a bad trip. You take a deep breath through your nose and smell the sweet, heavy cigar and crisp night air filling your lungs. So, how are we doing this? We gotta get rid of the lights. I doubt Bud's clever enough to have night vision cameras. Wait a minute. Are we stealing again? He laughs a little as he speaks, smoke blowing out from the night as each vigil laugh. But we cut the power to the whole place and the cameras are gonna gone down anyway. Oh god, we are stealing! So we cut the power, find a car that make the same make of the model as yours. I dig out the parts your car needs. An hour, maybe an hour tops. Half an hour tops. Or a half tops, sorry. I could get the lights. Stan turns his head and looks at you, waving away a flash of colored smoke as he accidentally exhales in your direction. You sure? Yeah, I got it. The two of you stand there in silence for a few more minutes before he bends down and grinds his cigar on the assault. straightening his groin and a huff in the quiet laughter, sorry. I can't read. Yeesh, starting to remember why I quit doing this kind of thing. You sure you're right, this kid? You know robbing the place. You don't think I can do it? No, that's not it. You've been keeping up with me that's all fine all night. You just don't seem like you have a lot of experience here. I've got plenty of experience tonight alone. He smiles, a warm and genuine expression, and ignites something fuzzy and soft inside of you. You don't notice just staring until he turns away and moves away towards the trunk. Oh god. He reaches into the car and pulls out a lever under the driver's seat of the front seat. A trunk pops open. You follow him to do it, and after rummaging around the contents for a minute, he brings out a pair of pliers. Alright, you go over there and take care of the lights. I've got a few things to get together. You crouch down behind the fence where you reach the lot, scrambling along into the shadows. Until you reach the car dealership's main building, with a peek over the edge, you see the wall of the building cast shadows from a poorly placed streetlight. Another peek, you spot the car, and the same make as your own. Near a sign that says discount section, big sales. It takes an embarrassing amount of effort to get over the fence, but you manage to do it and press yourself against the wall, inching towards the fuse box. It's locked, but you pry it open with pliers and look over what's inside: a bunch of switches and some wires. Pop a bunch of switches so the big strip whips some wires out. Yeah, it does it. Not the most elegant job, and you realise after you've done it, you're glad you did so. You're still wearing the gloves Stan gave you from earlier, in case what you did was dangerous. The lights, however, remain unchanged. For fuck's sake. With a bunch of switches, you hold your breath and nothing happens. Oh, flip the bigger switch. That would make so much sense. I'm a fucking idiot. With your face pinched in concentration, you push the bigger switch in the opposite direction. The entire property goes dark. You slip the tools in the back pocket and take a look around to make sure the power's out. With a satisfied nod, you feel your way into the parking lot, knocking your shins on 3 separate cars, before you figure out you should probably just stop and wait for Stan. His voice isn't far away, but it isn't close enough either. You feel your way around an SUV and a sedan. The gravel in the parking lot crunches under your feet, and you reflectively stare down at the ground ahead of you as your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness. Out ahead of you, a flashlight turns on you and scans the lot until it finds you. Ah, hello, found you. It sounds amused, probably by the way you're standing with your arms spread around the sleek modern sports cars. Getting familiar with the merchandise, yeah? You get the car an awkward pat and make your way towards the beginning of the flashlight's beam. You see anything the same make as yours before you shut the lights off? Yeah, there's one in the back of the discount section. It's kind of insulting now you think about it, actually. He hands the flashlight when you reach him. You start slowly back towards the discount cars. Discount? Your car's a classic. It's usually extremely reliable, but to be perfectly honest, it's not even your fault that it is in the state it is. It was Ford and is whatever it is. You deep inside falls, so your head suddenly grips your ribs on either side. Gotcha! Ah! You scream from like an elbow or whatever he's got hold of you. You hear Stan yell from the floor clatter and click gravel and metal clanking table. Oh my god, we hurt Stan. He scared you again. Oh wow, I really got you that time. Holy smokes, kid. You turn the flashlight on to where you've heard him fall and find him with a hand cupped over his face, blood dripping up from between his gloved fingers. Yeah, I deserved that one. Oh shit, I didn't. I'm really sorry. Oh, he actually swears? Oh my god! Yes! Now I'll be alright, just help me up. Yes! I get to swear in this game. He took a still lit flashlight into his back pocket for a moment, reaches down and finding his hands in the dark and pull him up. Once he's on his feet, you retrieve the flashlight from your pocket as you bring the beam to Stan's face. You find him holding a handkerchief over his nose and squinting. He's apparently brought a backpack with him, and sitting on the ground behind him, where he presumably dropped it when you elbowed him. You know, that was a really solid hit. You got a lot of power in there. I don't know if you're just saying it nice earlier, but I really could show some move. Teach you how to direct that strength. This isn't bleeding everywhere. Yeah, that sounds fun. He removes the hanky from his nose for the moment, gently prodding the bridge of his nose with his finger and frowns. Well, it's not broken, that's for sure. That's good. He laughs quietly, taking a clean corner of a handkerchief and dabbing his nose with it, grimacingly and sniffing hard when it comes back and still clean. Good to go. Are you sure you'll be alright? Of course, I've gotten worse beatings like this, believe me. God. His face isn't flustered from sudden injury. But he doesn't look otherwise okay, so you sigh and plant your hands on your hips. Let's finish this. He reaches out towards you, a casual glimpse of the blood, and reconsiders wiping his gloves clean, so you can, as he can with the hanky. When you reach the car that you spotted earlier, he pops his hood down. He pops the hood and drops his pack onto the ground next to the bumper, unzipping it to reveal a jumble of various wrenches and tools. Alright, hold the flashlight steady and the engine will keep an eye out. Okay. Alright. Keep a lookout like he told you. It doesn't take long for him to get whatever he needs from your car. Shutting the hood down and setting his pack on it as he stuffs parts into it. That was quick. Nah. The parts you needed are easy to find, just takes the right... Oh no! We're fucked! Hey, what's going on over there? That you, bud? Uh-oh. Let me move the flashlight find you both, and Stan turns around quickly, leaving the bag behind himself in the hood. Yeah. Pines? What the heck happened to your face? What are you doing here? Hey, are you seeing parts again? No. Uh-oh, we're fucked! Stan inches closer to you until your shoulders touch, and behind you he pushes the bag into your hands before lowering his voice to speak at you. Run for it. Keep the bag outside and toss it down some bushes nearby. I'll get it later. You nod, pick another bag and hold it behind yourself. The flashlight by the road moves closer, and you slowly scoot away from the car and backwards. Hey, you, where are you going? You move backwards a little faster, still keeping the bag out of sight. When the light leaves, you go and check on Stan. You make a break for it towards the back fence, throwing the bag over it ahead of you. A new voice nearby speaks and you yelp. Hey, where are you going, burglar? You're under arrest for burglary. There's a shout from Stan behind you and a heavy foot, while one of the alarms starts to go off. You're surprised by the alarms that the second car gets hands around your wrist and slaps a pair of handcuffs on you. Oh, fuck.